All right, give us the go ahead. So here we go.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Welcome to the Buckeye Business Builders Monthly Lunch and Learn. I'm Kent Eiler with Eiler Networking and Computing, and we're the host for this event. So our mission at Buckeye Business Builders is to cultivate a dynamic and supportive business community in Northeast Ohio. We are committed to connecting local professionals, fostering valuable relationships, and providing opportunities for growth and success through networking, collaboration, and education. Oh, it says I didn't open the meeting. Hold on a second. Okay, so we're going to have to start that again.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Buckeye Business Builders Monthly Lunch and Learn. I'm Kent Eiler with Eiler Networking and Computing, and we're hosting this event. So our mission at Buckeye Business Builders is to cultivate a dynamic and supportive business community in Northeast Ohio. We are committed to connecting local professionals, fostering valuable relationships, and providing opportunities for growth and success. Through networking, collaboration, and education, we aim to empower businesses and contribute to the economic vitality of our region. You can find out more information about our website at bbbng.org. We meet the second and fourth Tuesday from 11:30 to 12:30 at the Northern Ohio Business Center, which is the NOBC, located at 5224 Cobblestone Road in Sheffield Village, Ohio. If you would like to attend, please fill out the contact us form on the website, again at bbbng.org. Let us know your name, company name, and what business category you'd like to fill, and we'd love to have you as a guest. Today, our presenter is Cynthia Gore with Stewart Title, a global title company who provides commercial and residential title services. They have been in business for 130 years, and Cynthia has over 20 years of experience in real estate. She started her career that led her to residential lending as a mortgage loan officer. She found the desire and satisfaction of helping people purchase their home, and this led to her becoming a realtor. Helping people find their perfect for their home brought a drive to do just that, and happiness was seeing her clients' smiles and glow with handing them the keys to their new home. She finds the same joy working in the title industry. Cynthia enjoys spending time with family and friends. Her hobbies include skiing, hiking, and golf, to mention a few, and yoga is her way of life. So without further ado, here's Cynthia Gore.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us in this presentation to learn a little bit more about title and escrow insurance and why you may need it. I'd also like to mention that if you have any questions during the presentation, please feel free to use the chat, and Kent will help monitor that. Go ahead and share my screen. Okay. It's taking just a second. Sorry about the delay. And it's up. Can you see it, Kent? Okay.
Yep, it looks good.
Perfect. So let's just dive right into title insurance. What is title insurance? You have an owner's policy, and this insures your loss of damage or of any defects, liens, encumbrances, or anyone who may be in willed property. And a lot of the time, well, how this can affect is new developments where farmland is being purchased by developers and parceled out for building new neighborhoods, which we're seeing a lot of in many of our communities. And the title insurance, or the owner's policy, does protect the owner's ownership of the land. If someone should come and contest ownership, you have the title insurance protecting your ownership of the property, and you would refer them and obviously get counsel involved as well. But the title insurance and all would buy out the other person. You'll also see on a settlement statement or your closing costs on a purchase of a residential or a commercial purchase of real estate, a loan policy if there is a mortgage. The loan policy strictly protects the lender or the mortgage holder. That's not going to protect the owner of the property. And you see on the example side how cheap, or considering the investment of real estate, how reasonably priced the loan policy is and the owner's policy combined, as you could see here. Uh, for a sale price of $120,000, investment $445 isn't that much, I would say, to protect yourself. And it's a one-time purchase. It's not like you have to re-up it every year. Once you have your policy, it is good until you would go to transfer title again. Title insurance and other insurance can be a little confusing. We do require on a purchase or our homeowner's insurance, which is casualty insurance. That protects the owner from liabilities, risk assumptions, events that may happen in the future. They have an annual premium. So that is a reissued insurance. That is not what title insurance is. Title insurance is a risk prevention insurance on the deed and the mortgage that protects the insured from events happening in the past. So if someone were married, a husband and a wife, divorcee, and someone forged the other spouse's signature on a sale, and that was revealed, the insurance would cover the new owner. The insurer pays approximately 10% of revenue in the forms of claims. And again, it is a one-time premium, so it's a one-time investment protecting your ownership. Title escrow closing process. I'm going to explain a little bit about escrow. Escrow for title is handling the money or the closing of the transaction. We're a non-interested third party for buyer and seller. We work with the lenders, and we have an escrow agent who makes sure that all of the pieces are in line as far as the title commitment, survey, conveyances, everything is to the surface, and works with the real estate brokers, attorneys. And in essence, that's us, the title company. In Northeast Ohio, escrow is usually conducted by the title company's escrow department. That would be the closing and the use of the transaction of funds. So earnest money, down payment, it would all go through our protected portal. The escrow closing process, our escrow officer, as I said, does a lot of the neutral parties, works with the neutral parties between the buyer and the seller. Reviewing the sales contract, making sure closing costs are being distributed, money is being distributed the way it's supposed to, and any holds on the contract for like a water hold. There's a water hold on most residential, well, really all real estate properties that have water bills, because the water bill does stay with the property and not the owner. That can cloud the title if there is a water hold or outstanding water bill. So we like to be prepared for that. And if there are any funds left over that is not used to water bill, it is released back to the seller. Orders of any inspections, septic, well, termite, contract items the customer may request. That being, I have seen getting a certified, a roof cert or a roof certification from a licensed roofer, stating that the roof is indeed in good condition. And our weather, a lot of times the roof is covered with snow, so that may not be able to be seen by the inspector at the time of a home inspection. Requesting closing instructions and loan packages from the buyer's lender. settling closing disclosures, making sure that everything balances, and review of title commitments, any clearing up and title issues, orders the local survey, special tax search, and so on and so forth. Computes the closing figures, as I said, balancing with the closer, and sets appointments for the seller and buyer to sign their closing documents. And there are parts in Ohio, we have a round table closing. That is where a buyer and seller are present at the same time signing. On northern side where we are, we don't typically have round table closings. Two things about closings you should never forget. If you are unsure of what you're signing, don't sign it. Make sure that you have a thorough explanation of what form you're signing, and that it's been disclosed to you at least 3 days prior to your closing. You'll receive the same closing disclosure. Nothing should really change on that. And remember, when you're signing on the dotted line, you are commencing a contract, and the notary public is notarizing that it is in fact you. So you will be in contract. Closing documents. There's just a few, and here's a little bit of a list of them that I can explain. I have already mentioned the closing disclosure. This is the list of all the fees, from your lender to title to the recording fee to your prepaids. Prepaids are your homeowner's insurance paid in full for the first year. That's documented in there. Even though you're paying it to your insurance agent, it will show that it's a prepaid. You've paid outside of closing. Any interest from the time of closing till your first payment. And if you have private mortgage insurance, that would also be seen there. And that would be an escrow. That is another escrow word we have, that if you have a loan, you may have an escrow account holding your taxes and insurance. So the lender will pay them when they are due. The note is the note agreement for your loan or mortgage, or your loan with the bank or private lender. There are those as well. The mortgage, which would be filed with the county clerk of courts. An escrow disclosure. It shows you the breakdown of your escrow account throughout the life of the loan. The monthly payment summary. A survey, which is a survey of your land to show of any encumbrances. Your signed signature affidavit, and that is just validating if you are known as any AKAs, such as a nickname or with a middle name or a surname, senior or junior. Occupant survey or occupancy affidavit, and that is an affidavit stating that you will be occupying the property as a primary residence, and a compliance agreement. And that's complying with all parties. If there are any typographical errors, that you would work with them and sign those documents. It wouldn't change any of your terms, but it would just make the corrections of any typographical errors. Closing day. So we made it to the finish line. You're finally going to your closing day, and at your scheduled closing appointment, you'll meet with a notary public to execute your closing documents. They will ask you to bring 2 unexpired photo IDs and bringing the funds needed to close, if there are any. And with Stewart Title, usually you will wire those funds through our protected portal. Any helpful hints is to ask your escrow officer to send you the secured email of your closing package for your review in private. That way you can address any questions, and when you are sitting with your notary public, you'll be prepared to sign the documents. Having any questions for your review at the closing package, you can also ask questions and have those addressed prior to signing. Remember, if you are unsure about any documents, do not sign them until you have a full explanation of what you're signing and you are comfortable signing. I want to thank you for this opportunity to help you educate a little more about what happens through the transaction of buying and selling real estate with residential and commercial. I hope this helps.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. That was incredibly informative. And I've got a question we'll start off with, and then again, we'll see if there are some additional questions from the people that have joined. But did you say on the last slide about closing day that you need 2 unexpired photo IDs?
Correct. We say 2 photo IDs. Typically, they'll ask you for 1 photo ID and then another form of identification. That can be as simple as your homeowner's insurance, which you're going to have that declaration page readily available. That has your name, your address, but in essence, there are times they will ask for 2 photo IDs that are unexpired. That could be a passport or a driver's license.
Okay, very good. We do have a few questions here. So does title insurance cover future claims or only pre-existing issues?
It covers past and present. Actually, if there are any issues in the present, they are cleared. That would be a cleared title. So those would need to be cleared prior to transfer. It does not cover future. So that is why if there is another transaction of a title update or a title transfer, the new owner would need an updated title policy for them, and it would be a policy to cover them.
Can you share some examples of cases where title insurance has protected homeowners from significant financial losses?
Yes, I can reiterate against fraud. There is a married couple. The husband had a significant other, the new one, place sit and sign as his soon divorcing wife. So that is fraud. When the wife and her attorney came present to have obviously proper legal happenings with the property, the marital property, they saw it was transferred, and that is one. So the other would be the developed land. Family members are resurfaced in a will found and come to claim what they were willed. The property, the land was already acquired and started. I think they already developed the land from raw land to putting in electricity and such. And that also the policy covered them.
So in that situation, that was obviously title an issue, arose after the purchase. How does the claims process work with title insurance in that situation where, it could have been quite a while after it just became visible or whatever when the will was read?
So that is where we say, one, call the title insurance company, call them, but also call an attorney.
Okay. Very good. Well, those are all the questions that people have submitted. So Cynthia, I appreciate the information. It was very educational and the time today. I hope you'll join us next month on April 3rd to hear Evan Richardson of Big Stubs Outdoor Work. He'll be discussing pool, hot tub, and landscape maintenance. You can register for this event on our website at bbbng.org. And it was great having you here today, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Thank you.